Alright, so I'm going to do an unboxing video here of the new Potensic Atom 2, and I'm pretty late to the party. I think there's already been a ton of review videos on this one, so this is just going to be an unboxing video, and I'm hoping that you've maybe watched some other reviews and you can ask me some questions about things that you haven't seen from other channels, because I haven't watched any of the reviews, but I assume that there's probably some unanswered questions. Things that you may want to know about this product that perhaps were unanswered elsewhere, and I will try and incorporate that into the full review video, which will be coming shortly after I get some comments from you guys. But this is the Fly More combo. It should come with the extra batteries and other stuff compared to the standard combo, so it does come in a pretty big box. And just a quick look at the box itself, just some quick specs here: 32 minutes of flight time, 1080p video to 10 kilometers. Wow, that's a lot more than the first Atom. And then we have 8K photos, 4K HDR video, panorama photos, AI night and AI track. Interesting. I wonder what that is. 5x slow motion, 2K vertical video, and then we have what is this, 25 megabits per second smart transfer. Probably means it has a USB-C 3.1 connection. But it's a sub 250. I believe it's, let's look at the specs here. Yeah, less than 249 grams, 32 minutes of max flight time, 10 kilometers of distance. So it does have this PicSync 4.0 full HD video transmission, 120 milliseconds of latency. And yeah, it's bigger sensor now, 1/2 inch CMOS 48 megapixel photos, and a f1.2 very large aperture, so it should have pretty good low light footage. We'll have to see in the tests. Again, another 3x gimbal here, and 8K photos, etc., as I showed you earlier. Alright, so here's the back, and yeah, this is the Fly More combo, and should come with all those things in the drone. 3 batteries, wow. Shoulder bag, charging hub, charging cables, and spare propellers. And so yeah, I think the pricing difference, I think it's like, oh, well, actually, I might be mistaken on this one. Just check the link in the description. Obviously, the Fly More combo is going to be more expensive versus the standard combo, which is just going to be the drone, the remote, and just 1 battery most likely. So that'll be the cheapest option. Let's go ahead and get everything out of the box now. Yeah, so basically everything is in the shoulder carrying case. All right, so as typical, everything comes in plastic, so let's go ahead and get rid of all those plastic covers. Alright, so I got everything out of the bag and all the plastic bags removed. Start off with the documentation, get some disclaimers and safety instructions, and get some stickers. And it looks like it's a warning message thing here, and then you get a quick start guide. Looks pretty standard, and documentation on the parallel charging hub. Of course, this is the one that comes with the Fly More combo with the extra batteries. And this is the charging hub manual, and just have a sheet with all of the important specs there. So feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read up that. So try and keep the camera in focus. Alright, so just have a bag here with a bunch of spare props. And so yeah, 3 and 4 spare set of props. So you got plenty of props to cover you. Got a little screwdriver here with some spare screws for mounting the propeller. So if you need some, they are included in this bag. The USB-C to USB-A cable. This is for, looks like, connecting the controller to the phone. And we got some additional cables here. Got the iPhone to USB-C, and then this should be a USB-C to USB-C. Here is the charging hub, and I think the batteries are all in like low power sleep mode, so probably, yeah, there's gonna be some instructions here to say to charge to activate the battery. Basically, it's in like a dormant state, so you have to charge it up before they'll be working. And the third battery is in the drone. So you have 3 in here. You got your little LED meters. And then this is the wall adapter for the charging hub. And this is like a little barrel connector. And it just goes right there, the in. And then you have a USB-A out. I think that's going to be for this guy here to charge up the controller via USB-C. And here's a look at the controller. And very interesting, it's got this sort of collapsible to accommodate larger phones, and actually probably could even accommodate a tablet. It's pretty wide at this widest point here. So you could definitely put a small tablet in there. Got some rubber grips here to hold the device in here and over here. And you have a little slot here for the cable. That's probably where the USB-C cable is going to go. And I'm not sure what these are. Yeah, you got some tripod mounts, I think, here on the bottom. And then your USB-C cable plugs into here. This is where your sticks go. So you're going to release these, and they just screw in right over here like so. So pretty standard. It looks like this is the antenna. So this will pop up, and yeah, so they have a warning on here. It says fold the antenna before charging. Point this side toward the drone. So it's probably a patch antenna that's you're going to point that in that direction wherever the drone is. You're going to point this. And here are all the controls. So you have your photo and video recording. This is probably for the gimbal. C1 and C2 are probably programmable for something. This is nothing, no button there, and then another dial on this side. Got some vents here for cooling. So it's very different from the Generation 1 controller. Obviously, they have a new system here, probably for the longer 10-kilometer transmission distance. All right, so here is the drone, sub 250. And we got a bunch of stuff here. So you have a Velcro strap that's holding the propellers in place. So that's kind of nice. We'll go and take that off. And then that will allow the propellers to come loose, and then we can open up the arms. Let's see how big this is. It's probably about the same size as the other one, the previous generation. The lower arms here in the back. Got some downward facing sensors here, probably for altitude control. The battery is obviously in sleep mode. We'll need to charge that to activate it. So we'll pull that out. Do have a micro SD card slot here, and this one seems like it does not come with a micro SD card like the first generation did. Not a big deal. I got plenty of those lying around. But yeah, here's the battery. We'll look at the battery in a second. Let's look at the front here. No if these are sensors in the front or not. I guess I'll find out in the review. Probably. I'm not sure if there's obstacle avoidance on this one or not, so can't say for sure. That's the power button there, along with the battery meter, and you got some ventilation holes here on the bottom to keep things cool. And we'll take the gimbal protector off, like so. And then we need to remove this foam piece. So this, I'm not sure why they have extra protection maybe for shipment, but now we have your 3-axis gimbal here in the front, and along with you can see the vibration dampening there inside. So it looks pretty standard. I think it pretty much looks the same as the previous generation, but obviously the sensor is bigger now. So we should get better video, but yeah, standard 3-axis gimbal, full stabilization, and then we'll just go ahead and stick this back on. Yeah, pretty easy to do. Very light, of course, pretty standard for the size. I think a lot of people have sort of figured out the formula for a sub 250 camera drone. Let's take a look at the battery. So it just charges by USB-C, pretty nice. And we need to charge it to activate. Let's see, it's a 7.7 volts, so probably 2S inside there. 2230 milliamp hours, 17.18 watt hours. And it looks like, yeah, the pins are right there, so it will connect right over there. So, all right, so I think that's it for now. I got to install the software, and I think one of these sheets here, the quick start guide, had information on where to get the app. Yeah, right there. So yeah, actually you get to scan the QR code to download the app, and I believe the full user's manual is actually in the app, if I remember right. I think that's how they do it, along with a bunch of tutorial videos. So that's probably the way to go. And I'm not sure if this is the same. This is a YouTube video. You can go to their channel and watch their YouTube tutorial videos. And if there's anything important, I'll link that down in the description. But again, I'm looking for feedback from you guys on what you want to see specifically. I know the most common question is how does it compare to like a DJI Mini 4K? I think that's the one that's the most comparable. 4K 30 video, I believe. Obviously, DJI has a very wide-ranging lineup. So they have got they have several of the different minis. They got the Mini 3, the Mini 4K, the Mini 4K Pro, the Mini 3, Mini 4 Pro, and the Mini 3 Pro. All this is I think there's 5 currently in production from DJI. So of all those that are currently out right now, the only one I have is the Mini 3 Pro. So if you start asking me questions, very specific questions about how this compares to a specific feature on a very specific DJI drone, I probably won't be able to answer that. So just, go ahead and ask the question if you'd like, but if I don't have that drone, it's going to be hard for me to ask specific questions about that. But if there's something you'd like to see about this drone in particular, like some sort of feature you'd like me to demonstrate, I think that would be more helpful, so that can sort of guide me in terms of the content to put into the review video. Because sometimes I like when I made the review for the Atom, the original Atom, I did get a lot of feedback that people seem to think that they didn't get to see stuff that they wanted to from my video. So I kind of was hoping to avoid that for this go around. Make this video. You guys give me some feedback on what you want to see specifically about this one in terms of like features that you want demoed, and I'll try and make that happen for the review that'll be coming up later. Of course, the link will be down in the video description if you guys want to check it out. That'll do it for now, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.